Let me tell you guys what's taking place. And this is funny, right? Your president took the methodology of a Nixon methodology, and you have to understand that in the time of Nixon, the only reason Nixon resigned was that at that time the Western people had still some form of integrity. Okay, which speaks to the level of desperation that's going on particularly right now. Okay, you can always tell when Western people put away they're trying to do right shit, because they never do right. They're always trying to do right. That's what Christianity is, right? It's a hope that I do the right thing, right? But if I need to kill all these people, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it benefits me, right? Today they would characterize that as cultural narcissism. Okay, everything is about me, but whenever I can do something for you, I'm gonna do it. And that is the history of Western people. When I say Western people, I don't mean the people that live here or were brought here. That's not what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about, or who I'm speaking about. That being said, you need to understand that Donald Trump took a methodology from Nixon where he threw a bunch of stuff at the government. And in throwing all that stuff, you cause a bunch of confusion. And in that confusion, the strategy that you come up with, you implement it. Okay? So some of you are like, well, this isn't working. It was working like he wanted it to work. Because who he was confusing, see, with this methodology, it doesn't benefit any particular party. So him signing all those executive orders and implementing all this shit was simply a tool to cause a bunch of confusion. Okay, and implement his real plan. All the race shit, remove DEI, all that, that's all that stuff was. Okay? That's why I told you guys not to worry about it, because I understood it. But now, first of all, I gotta preface that wouldn't have worked either. But now it's all really falling apart. You think it's falling apart because they say, oh, it's literally falling apart. See, whenever you're carrying out a plan or a strategy, you have to have people to do it. He doesn't have the people to implement his plan. Elon Musk, again, I think you got figured out by now, he's not as intelligent as you thought he was. He's a figurehead. Okay, he's a figurehead. What has he done that's intelligent? I mean, electric cars already existed. He didn't successfully run a company. What is he doing? People say, well, he's in the office, he's sleeping in the office. What difference does that make? If you hadn't figured it out, Tesla's tied into the government. That's why it continues to go, even though the vehicles don't even work very well. Okay? That's why he keeps getting these contracts. Obama gave him the money to start Tesla. Did you know that? Okay? Who wouldn't stand behind that? So obviously, he had a lot more internal relationships with the government than you thought. I told you guys, nothing starts from nothing. It's like Elon Musk came out of nowhere, right? That being said, listen to this. It's going to start to fall apart fast. Be ready. Within the next 2 years, the U.S. is going to be looking real crazy and real raggedy because you have someone in there who doesn't understand how to hold this stuff together. He is a typical CEO, someone who doesn't know anything. They're just put there to subsidize the board members. And in this instance, board members are the people like where I live at, a bunch of rednecks. All they care about is whiteness. Yeah, they don't give a damn about, forget about, I know nobody cares about me but me and God. But he don't care anything about anybody. They don't. So he has to subsidize them because they're the ones that allow him to break the law. Okay, so if you wonder, how can Trump do all this stuff, accept gifts, all this other shit, because they don't care. It's all they care about. It is ingrained in them. It comes from that kingship mindset. This is why some of them almost lost their minds when Queen Elizabeth died. And we didn't care. I heard some women talk, part of the kingdom, and I'm like, Lord, some of those chicks that grew up, thought they were wealthy. But anyway, what I would do in this instance, if I was a young person, old person, whatever, you need to become part of something bigger than yourself. Some type of minority strategy. Yeah. Look, I would be selfish, I would be selfish to say I want you guys to join our community REIT, our REIT that is going to reach all over the world. I had a meeting yesterday with a CEO in Africa. The first person I've met in Africa that I feel like I can extend some trust. Very high level guy, connected to a very high level guy. But more importantly, I understand his game. See, I never do business with anybody I don't understand their game, right? Unfortunately, we have someone from Africa on our board for the community REIT, but it's time to coalesce with other black people. These white people ain't playing. They want this world white. And it's going to become real uncomfortable staying in the U.S. That's all I got to say.